There was a force in American Catholicism. Simple, yet omnipresent. Changing people's ideas before they even notice. Ideas like true, beauty, and good. Slowly gaining strength until it becomes synonymous with Catholicism itself. I call it the Denver aesthetic. Denver is kind of the Silicon Valley of Catholicism. They are the headquarters of the Augustine Institute, Focus, Formed, Catholic News Agency. They've been kind of full of themselves ever since World Youth Day. Hey Denver, you're not the only city John Paul II visited, okay? So in the corporate publishing money donor lave movement corner of American Catholicism, the place to be is the great city where the Midwest meets the Wild West, Denver. I tried desperately to move to Denver when I quit Focus. But alas, God didn't let me. I wasn't holy enough or good looking enough. Denver is a combination of natural beauty, wild history, and distilled, uncut white people culture. The mountains, beautiful. The plains, beautiful. The snow, beautiful. Everything's beautiful in Denver. Denver could kind of see itself as the capital city of the Wild West. The first Europeans there were all trappers and pioneers and miners. Combine that with a very exciting evangelization-focused version of Catholicism, and you have a pretty good idea of what it's like to be Catholic in Denver. So these people who are Catholic in Denver, they saw something wrong with American pop culture. How there was a lot of sins of the age wrapped up in our mass media. Promiscuity, hedonism, secularism, greed, valuing the trendy over the beautiful, and the pleasurable over the good, and valuing the sentimental over the true. And they saw this as a problem. The culture that people create, consume, and participate in should add to those people, not subtract from them. Or, God forbid, lead them to sin. Art should build you up or fill you with awe. And they found some early inspiration in people like Mumford & Sons, Illumineers, and The Head and the Heart. I would add Fleet Foxes, because I like Fleet Foxes. Okay, so what is the Denver aesthetic? Well, look at album covers that are made out of grainy 9mm photographs, or really high definition pictures of snow or pine branches. People wearing those very specific jackets. Music that makes you feel like you're in a cabin, but also in a speakeasy in the city at the same time. Music that kind of makes you think about God, but not really. Banjo, but through very heavy effects pedals. Honestly, the exemplars of the Denver aesthetic are Focus and Love Good Music. So, you get the picture. The Denver aesthetic doesn't have to come from Denver. Landon Boudreaux records in Ohio and Tennessee. Blessed Is She comes out of Arizona. Ali Alega records back east. But the thing they have in common is this constant repetition of the virtues, the good, the true, the beautiful. And basically everyone with a Denver aesthetic repeats those things over and over again like they're the Bohemians in Moulin Rouge. Freedom, beauty, truth, and love. And good. The true, the good, and the beautiful need to be, present. But this whole movement, style, scene has gotten so successful, at least in Catholic circles, that it's starting to define what good and true and beautiful are. As an unintended consequence, this and this and this are now the aesthetic models for what true, good, or beautiful are. They've so successfully aligned their values with their output that when someone says Catholic art, you have to look really hard to find something that's different than this style. Now, look at the case of Love Good Music. Now, they act more like a record label, so it kind of makes sense. Record labels promote and coalesce around a specific sound all the time. And this video isn't to diss any of these things. There's a lot of the stuff that I like. And also Steve the Missionary music reviews. Those are based off of my own personal likes and dislikes, which is why when I do annual Best Catholic Music of the Year videos, there's honorable mentions where I can talk about music other people like, but didn't resonate with me for some reason. Also because I can't make a review video for every one of those albums, because I get a lot less clicks on the album review videos, and you gotta worship the almighty click, and beauty, truth, and goodness are so much bigger than one specific artistic scene, or one genre of Instagram, or one record label. Those things can be expressed in more than one way, which is why it kind of worries me that every time I hear beautiful, true, and good, it's always paired with art like this. Even if I like the art, we could just as easily make this artistic statement like this. Expand your idea of how beauty, truth, and goodness can enter your art and enter your life. Remember that the classical traditions have a lot to teach us about composition and form and beauty, but no culture or scene or aesthetic has a monopoly on things like beauty. So now go, make true, beautiful, good things, whatever it looks like or sounds like. smash that subscribe button. And we'll get to the bell later. One step at a time. Smash that subscribe so that you get to trick the algorithm into seeing these videos a little bit more. Make sure to comment down below. I love when these videos start good conversations, and we have a lot to talk about and a lot to do when it comes to Catholic art in America. No offense to any friends of mine that live in Denver. I love your beautiful city and I love the beautiful art you all make. Please go to the Patreon, patreon.com/SteveTM. This would help me make these videos consistently and for a very long time, and that's what I want to do. I want to make these videos for a long time. I want to be able to bring the Catholic conversation onto the further stretches of the internet, starting with YouTube and going elsewhere. So thank you to all of my producers whose names you just saw. Thank you to everyone who's ever helped me out, and I will see you soon.